Welcome to the 1000 Comics Podcast. It's your host, Matt Heath. How you doing, folks? What's new? How are you? What's up? Um, I got a great show for you guys today. Nadeem Awad's on the show. It's a great conversation. It's a little strange. We did a Zoom one of the Zoom pods, but this is one of the first Zoom podcasts I did where the guy did the interview in his car. Um, we goof around a lot in this interview, but I really do got to say Nadeem is a great comic and a great guy, and he really helped me when I lost my job down in Florida. You know, I don't think people realize how just being there for somebody when they're going through a tough time can really help them. Because I just think back to that time in my life a few years back, and Nadeem was one of those guys that really helped me along. He was the first person to give me a hosting gig down in Florida, and I don't forget stuff like that. And I think you're really going to enjoy this episode. Let me just get into an ad read real quick here. You probably heard a lot about cannabidol or CBD, but have you heard about the plant science company taking the lead, providing the highest quality CBD nationwide? At your CBD store, Simsbury, you will find a fantastic staff that creates a comfortable environment where you can get your questions answered and find the right products to get the relief you need. They will be your number one source for providing quality education about products for you and your pet. They offer a full line of edibles, creams, USDA certified oils, and more, all developed under the guidance of their PhD analytical chemists and health leaders across the industry. And to back up their story, they also provide extensive third-party testing to ensure what's listed on the products is actually in the products. They're located at 1243 Hot Meadow Street in Simsbury and open 7 days a week. Give them a call at 860-217-1433. Visit their website at ycbdsimsbury.com or stop in for free samples and get the highest quality products you can find. Your CBD store, Simsbury, where good health hits home. And you know what? Nick James just walked in here as I'm doing the monologue. He just, I think he was knocking. I didn't hear him because I was doing this ad read. Just say what up, Nick. Just say what up to the people. This is the first time someone's ever walked in on me doing a monologue.
Oh, all right. Well, what up, people? What's up?
All right. With that being said, enjoy this episode I did with Nadeem Awad. But first, real quick, just a little promotion for my next show.
Hey everybody, Danny Woodburn here, aka Mickey Abbott from Seinfeld. You all remember me. I stood in for Punky Brewster when you was nothing. Whew, that was a long time ago. I had another flashback to that little mishap at Coleman's 25 years ago. Anyway, it's that time of year, my friend. It's time for Ha-Ha's for the Holidays fundraiser, hosted by none other than Matt Heath, headlined by Santa. Yes, Santa will be there. And sorry to disappoint, I'm not showing up in costume. It'll be Thursday, December 3rd, 8 p.m. Stand up underground at the Elbow Room. Everybody be there. In case you don't know where it is, it's in West Hartford. As you probably say, West Hartford. Anyway, proceeds will go to help cure SMA, spinal muscular atrophy. And there's also going to be a toy drive for kids in need. So dress appropriately, bring toys appropriately. All right, enjoy. That's December 3rd, 8 p.m., Stand Up Underground at the Elbow Room. Ha-Ha's for the Holidays fundraiser. Be there, everybody.
All right, welcome to the 1000 Comics Podcast. I'm sitting here with Nadeem Awad. Good sir, how quickly do you want this podcast to derail, by the way?
I miss you, buddy. Thanks for having me. I'm glad I could do it.
You really make it seem like you got it bad down there in Florida. Like what? Like by doing this, it looks like you're living in your car when you do a podcast. From your
Listen, I didn't want it to be public, but I'm living in my truck, man. Things are bad. I got a can of Lysol in here and a peanut butter sandwich. It's scary out here.
Things
It's fucking
turned
terrifying.
bad after the Funky Buddha Lounge closed down. That's actually
Stand
tough
up in the
about
store.
that
I
for a
got my
second.
little
So the Funky Buddha. What were you gonna say?
I got holding my roof together here. Get back there.
Nice. I got some of those. So the Funky Buddha Lounge was a place me, yourself, a lot of other people down there in South Florida did comedy. It closed down not too long ago.
Yeah, it was the Mad Robot.
Oh, and it became the Mad Robot Brewing Company, or Mad Robot Lounge. What was it called?
Mad Robot Brewing. So
Yeah. So
it was
what
Funky
happened?
Buddha to all of us.
Why did it close down? Why did it close down?
Well, I don't know if you heard or not, but we had a global pandemic that affected a lot of businesses, and unfortunately, they took a hit during that time.
It seems like nobody's giving a shit about it down there in South Florida, though. I keep seeing like news footage of people like not wearing masks and people getting in fights over the masks down there and shit.
Yeah, it's pretty wide open, but what are you gonna do? It's gotta burn through, man. You can't just hide in your house. How long is that gonna last, right? We're waiting for a vaccine that.
Yeah, but people here in Connecticut actually act civil. We listened to the government. They said wear the masks. We're gonna wear
That's
the
where you
masks
fucked up.
until. What were you saying?
You listen to the government. You'll be on lockdown. There'll be martial law, and they'll be sending you MREs on your front door. That's the next move. Is that what you want, Matt?
But the thing is, we're out and about. We were on lockdown, and then they let us out of lockdown. We're wearing the masks. It doesn't seem like it's like that big of a deal to have to wear the masks.
I mean, people wear the mask. When you walk into a restaurant or an establishment, you got to wear the mask on the inside when you're walking around. When you sit down, you don't have to wear the mask.
Yeah. What about kids?
And then 5 minutes after walking around, nobody gives a shit. So you're fine.
Oh my God. So, how has the pandemic affected you personally?
It's been the best year of my life. I mean, honestly, which doesn't say a lot about the previous years.
The thing is, you can when I'm friends with all comics, I can never really tell from Facebook.
Yep.
It's like that's how I stay connected with everybody is through Facebook and Instagram. But everyone only posts the good stuff. So you don't know like what people are really going through based on that shit. You know what I mean?
You want to see all the bad posts of people just in their house in a corner, fetal position, crying with a bottle of whiskey? Is that what you want?
I mean, I wish there was more of an open dialogue between me and a lot of the people I know down there. I mean, I got your number, so what I'm saying is I should probably call you more often. Why just have conversations for entertainment value? I'm kind of feeling bad about this now.
It's all right, buddy. That's the ball's in your court. I've checked in on you.
I mean, you're wearing a winter hat. You always wore a winter hat, though.
It's my comfort blanket. Things are good, man. I actually, the comedy, I've performed more than I've ever performed during this whole thing. Met some comics that I look up to that are down here now doing stand up, and I got a good contract for a job. So I've been working out. I feel better. Everything's great, man. Really, I'm doing better than ever.
You know what's interesting? The people that were looking for an excuse to stop doing comedy all stopped doing comedy.
Yeah.
So that was great. So it kind of left the stage more wide open for the people that actually really want to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let the people who are serious about it stay in the game. The ones that hangout comics, they kind of fell off. So.
And now there's like national headliners and stuff that are a lot cheaper to book. And you as a producer, you're probably all over that, right?
Yeah, this guys, a lot of guys have been. We still pay good, but they've been, they obviously understand what's going on, and the clubs are closed. They were closed for a long time, so
Yeah.
guys just want to get on stage. They get that itch. They're still comics at the end of the day, so if there's an audience for them to perform in front of, that comes before the money to a lot of these guys.
Yeah, it's all about telling the jokes when it really comes down to it, right?
Yep.
The material. I don't know. I kind of just want to reminisce a little bit about about battle. I wore my Funky Buddha Lounge shirt. I haven't put this thing on in forever, man.
There you go.
Yeah, you're right, dude. That night where you guys did the roast for me before I moved out of Florida. That was one of the funnest fucking nights of comedy for me, man.
I had a blast. That was great.
Yeah. I was actually gonna have I was gonna record Sarah Bailey after you, but that's next week. We're gonna do that. Dude, I don't know.
You know what's weird?
What,
dude? Ever since you left, we haven't been able to find that Funky Buddha janitor guy. Kind of left the same time you left. We can't find that guy anywhere. It's crazy. We've been looking for him. I don't see him at the mics. I don't see him anywhere. It's just
it's kind of like Superman and Clark Kent. You ever see him in the same room?
Yeah, it's so weird.
And when one's gone, the other's gone. The other's gone too.
Shit. How's Connecticut treating you?
Not bad. I was actually just thinking. I was just thinking before I talking to you that I think I am in subtle ways going to get the Jews and Palestinians to get along. You know how I'm going to do it? Every time I go to 7-Eleven, I fill up my Mark Maron coffee mug.
There you go. I think those are the Indians, by the way. Yeah, those are the Indians. I don't think there's any Arabs at that store.
How do you know which people run the 7-Elevens in Connecticut? It could be different than
I don't know about Connecticut. I'm just speaking down here.
It's usually just brown people that run the 7-Eleven.
Yeah, see, there you go. That's. Have you been living in the backwoods of Connecticut too long? They just lumping everyone in the categories.
In Manchester, I live in a pretty densely populated area of Connecticut, like right near Manchester's, like right near Hartford.
Okay.
I actually just, as I was walking to my building earlier with my coffee, I just heard some woman screaming at whoever else was in her apartment with her, "Don't you fucking talk to me that way!" And I was like, I love this building.
It's entertainment, free entertainment. Dude, are you married? I heard you were married, then I heard you weren't married. What's going on? I never keep up, and then you just disappear on social media.
I got engaged. I never disappeared from social media. I've been on Facebook.
I just stopped unfollowing you. Maybe that was it.
Yeah, maybe you just unfollowed me because you're sick of my posts. You're like, fuck this guy. He's in the north now. I was engaged for a little while, and we broke up. I moved into my own little studio apartment here, and I get along a lot better with my ex-fiance now that we're broken up. Actually, like she actually helps me with comedy shows and stuff.
Nice.
You know something? I actually just posted this on Facebook the other day. I posted the statement that like every time my ex-fiance tries to be the PC police of one of my jokes is when I know it's ready for the stage. You know what I mean?
How's your Dillard's joke working up there?
Oh, they love it. They love it. I'm actually planning on writing my own romance book, my Tales of Romance called 50 Shades of Denim.
50 Shades of Denim? Sponsored by Dillard's.
Oh my god! So what else is new with you, man? I actually saw on Facebook today, Mike Cintron. You did a show with Mike Cintron the other night.
We did one last night. We did the Boca Black Box 2.0, really cool room. Greg Hahn was the headliner.
Now, is
Very
Boca
funny guy.
Black Box 2.0 just another Boca Black Box? Like
Correct.
a smaller box next to the bigger box?
Yeah, it's a smaller little room, intimate setting. It's a very cool setup. So we had a good time. It's good crowd. It's very good. Have you seen Greg Hahn before?
Say it again?
Greg Hahn.
Greg Kahn?
Hahn with an H.
Hahn. Greg Hahn. I can't say I know him, sir.
Super funny guy. You got to check him out.
I'll check. He's on the YouTubes.
He's on the YouTubes.
I'll check him out, bro. Let's do it. You know, every so often I'll Google myself, and we'll still pop up host a show that I hosted for you at the N2 Wine Bar.
Yeah. That place is long gone, but
Dude, the N2 Wine Bar is gone too?
shut down. It's a wine bar still, but it's not N2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you don't do comedy shows there anymore, huh?
No, I did one show there with the new owners when they first opened up, but not the weekly mic.
You know what one of my favorite moments of that place was? When
What's that?
When I moved back from or when I came back from Italy, and there's a big buzz around town about you being in a Burger King commercial. And I was like,
Yeah.
no shit, Nadine's not in a Burger King commercial. And they had that big screen. And then it was like the commercial came on as you were on stage.
I know.
It's almost like every commercial break it would play again.
And people were laughing. I thought they were laughing at my joke. That wasn't the case. They were just laughing at me being on TV.
Eating a Whopper.
Burger King. Yeah. I was like 30 pounds heavier then. My face was all fat. I looked like the guy. That's why I got picked.
You're looking pretty skinny.
I lost some weight, bro. Went on plant-based diet, started working out.
So it's not because you have COVID.
Nah, I had that in January too. We're fine.
You had
Not
COVID
dead.
in January?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad that you're healthy then, man. Damn.
Yep. I feel good.
I actually lost 20 pounds myself, man. I quit drinking.
Good for you.
Yeah. Been hitting
Nice.
up the old double A there.
100%.
100%. I'm done drinking. Just I'm going to AA, so you can't really drink if you're going to AA, right?
Good for you, man. How many chips you got?
I just got my 2-month chip. Not too long
Good for
ago.
you, bro. I'm glad to hear that. You gotta keep the animal down. There's an animal buried deep within you.
Is it that deep with me though?
There's levels of Matty Heath that would come out, and depending on how many PBRs and which amount of whiskey you're at, you know, you never know which bear you were poking, you know.
Especially when we were at the Frog Lounge. And don't tell me the Frog Lounge is shut down.
The Frog Lounge just shut down, dude. 45 years.
Kidding me, man.
Yeah. Closed.
Dude, I'm going to come back to visit one day and nothing's going to be the same down there.
Dude, there's a lot of places that went under.
But I'm sure it's Florida. South Florida is a strange place where it's like no one's really nostalgic about anything. Something shuts down and then something new takes right over. You know what I mean?
Something will take over, but you got to remember the bars. If you didn't serve food, you weren't allowed to open.
Right.
So those guys were closed 7
The Frog
months.
Lounge didn't serve food?
No.
I don't even remember. It just seemed like it was kind of like it wasn't that small of a bar, so I'm kind of surprised they didn't serve food.
Yeah, they didn't have a kitchen. They would just get food trucks randomly. That was it.
Oh yeah. We would always get food from the food truck out front. Yeah, Matt. Now it's all coming back to me, Nadeem. I know it was only 3 years ago, but I was drinking a lot. Like during that a few months back when we were locked down, That's when I was really tying it up.
Yeah, I don't think you were the only one. I would just see recycling bins just filled with bottles, on trash day.
Oh yeah, yeah.
People were letting loose.
So, what did you binge watch when you were stuck in lockdown? Did you binge
I'm
watch?
not really I'm not like a binge watch show guy. I was still hanging out. I'd go to just hang out with buddies, just not in like big groups, but just go to a buddy's house, shoot the shit, and yeah, I can't be trapped watching too much TV, man. I don't like to be in the house,
Yeah.
just locked in front of the screen.
Oh, I could sit in front of the TV all day and watch that sitcom, The Goldbergs. That's what I've been doing lately.
That show looks funny, but I didn't. Yeah, I never watched it, but it looks funny.
It's pretty good, bro.
That guy's he's a good writer.
They just did an episode the other day. I watched the other day where it was about the Star Wars holiday special. Do you remember the Star Wars holiday special?
I do not.
From back in the day, was B. Arthur was in it and shit. She was running the cantina.
B. Arthur.
She was like, "Hey, I'm running the cantina over here." It was the first appearance of Boba Fett. Doesn't get enough credit.
Yeah.
You meet Chewbacca's father, Itchy.
I'm a big Star Wars guy, but I know you are.
Oh man! So, what is this Departed comedy tour you're doing?
It's me, my buddy David Sadika. We haven't met. He's been doing a lot of work down here, producing shows. We work together a lot, and the legend himself, Jimmy Schubert. So we have a big show coming up December 8th at the Palm Beach Improv. But we had done some string of shows before that. We did 5 shows together. So it's been going well. Jimmy's a great guy.
That's
Are you a
awesome.
fan?
How did this whole tour come to be? This is something that are you the engine behind this this madness?
Yeah, you could say that. It's a group effort, but it was an idea that David and I had. We talked about it, and then Jimmy agreed to do it, so it ended up working out for all of us. So Jimmy came down. I forget how we met or whatnot. We have obviously a lot of mutual friends, but he actually moved from LA. He lives in Delray now, so he's just really hungry to get back on stage and start working and writing. So we hit it off pretty good and locked in some dates, and that's it, man. It's been working.
That's awesome.
It's been good. You're supposed to have the flyer on the screen, and you're supposed to put it right into the screen. Be like, come out to the Palm Beach Improv, December 8th.
I mean,
where's your technology?
I feel like I'm trying here, Nadeem. At least I'm plugging this shit for you.
Thank you, man.
Man, you had I saw you had a birthday not too long ago.
Yeah, 37, man.
You're pushing the big 4-0, bro. That's why you had to lose all that weight.
Yeah, that's why I wear this beanie. I lost all my hair. I got the Hulk Hogan haircut going on.
Oh God! Oh my God!
Yeah, that was fun. I went to the Keys for a weekend. I was going to go to Colorado, but that just didn't work out with the time that I had. So I went to the Keys with a few comic buddies, Dan Minda, Jay Guy.
Yeah,
David
those guys
Sadika.
are great, man. Like,
Yeah,
I had Jay Guy on one of the first episodes of this show.
yeah.
And
Yeah, he's one of the best down here, man. I love that guy.
What was that like? How are those guys doing? I haven't seen any of them in forever.
Oh, everyone's doing great, man. Doing they're working. The jobs are still going good. We're doing stand-up at night. A lot of big things happening down here. As soon as you left, the comedy community started taking off down here, Matt. I don't know what it was, but things just started to open up, and everything's great. The guest spots turned into features. The features started headlining. It's like the universe, just everything came together.
Yeah, well, I mean, I am doing pretty well myself, Nadeem. I'm producing my own shows now. There's a club owner here in Connecticut, Paul Gregory,
Okay.
who was a comic that I knew before I had moved down, and when I moved back, he became a club owner. So it's really cool now that Connecticut has like its first club owner that's also a comic. So he really understands a lot of the comics. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you like the house? You a house guy there?
Yeah, pretty much. And the first show I produced, I sold out. So it was fucking awesome, man. And I got
Awesome,
another one.
Congratulations.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of advice that you, sir, yourself gave to me back in the day, but I was just too. The problem is that, like, you gave me great advice. Like, things like you got to stop drinking so much.
As I'm drinking with you, I'm like, you got to stop drinking.
But that's the problem. You are also one of my best drinking buddies down there.
I'm not the best sponsor. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not the best. I'm just not the best sponsor.
We used to get so drunk at the Frog Lounge.
We did have a good time. What's that?
I said classically drunk.
We both did.
Yeah.
That's what it was there for. Come on. It's like you're walking into 1975. How can you not fucking drink? There's carpets on the floor, for God's sakes.
Remember, there's a Christmas tree with like PBR cans hanging off it. It was there like year round, right?
Yeah, with like marble red cigarettes in the tree, and it was like a hillbilly Christmas or some shit. White trash Christmas tree.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So, man, we still got like a half hour left of this podcast. I don't know. Let's talk a little bit about like comedy theory and shit like that. Like, I mean, how many years have you been in the game?
It'll be 5 years in March.
Okay, 5 years. And you kind of hit the ground running as like a producer type guy, right?
Yeah, I've been in the restaurant business my whole life, so I knew a lot of people around town, and I've been to some shows early on that I felt that I could do a better job producing, and not have to charge ticket pricing in the beginning. Kind of like having to just put on a show to see if people would show up on a Friday, Saturday for a free comedy show, and see how that went. Which actually Grand Tavern was the first place I ever produced a show at, and it went really well. It was a packed night, and from there on, it just kept it rolling between shows and open mics. So it's been good.
You know what? I just realized you were the person that gave me my first spot hosting in Florida.
I remember that Grand Tavern,
and it was at the Grand Tavern. Yeah.
Yep.
And man, that place derailed kind of quickly with the comedy.
Well, the shows were still going good. It's just the mics were actually good too, but
the mics were wild, man. Do you remember that guy? I don't know if you remember the name of this guy, but do you remember the guy that would show up? He kind of talked like this.
Oh yeah.
And he would wear a T-shirt that said "Comedy for the Cure." And
that guy was full of shit. He's Damien something. He kind of got blacklisted from all around,
Every other word out of his mouth was the N-word, and he was a white guy.
Yeah, he wasn't much for a comic. His whole thing was, he would say, I've been kicked out of every club in the country. I'm like, who the fuck says that,
Didn't you almost get into a fight with him in the bathroom?
No, that wasn't me. I think that was Perry. He said something to Perry or Dougie, and they're like, "Who is this guy?" I'm like, "I really don't know."
They're like, well, you put him on stage. You're like, I don't know.
Yeah, he was just one of those guys trying to come down here and push his brand, and
But
I wish him the best. He was a heavy. He was an alcoholic.
He'll use the fact that he's trying to do comedy to help cure cancer as leverage to get on stage, just so he can spout racial slurs.
Yeah, it was different.
That's some straight up. That's like something that only would happen in South Florida, man.
Yeah, that's where he's from. Lake Worth.
Where are you? Where were you born, Nadeem?
I was born in Dearborn, Michigan.
And how long did you live there?
I was there for 2 years, and then I was in West Bank for 2 years.
So, that's also Michigan?
No, West Bank, Palestine.
Oh.
Near Jerusalem, that whole deal.
So how long were you in Palestine as a kid?
2 years. 2.5 years.
So do you even remember it?
A few memories. I was very young, so
yeah.
I just remember Florida. I moved here. I was probably still 4 when we moved down to Florida.
Yeah.
So
chasing lizards around and shit.
What's that?
Chasing lizards around and shit.
Yeah, it's it. So this is home for me, Point and Beach. So yeah, I go to Michigan, a handful of times a year. I got a lot of family there, but I haven't been back to the West Bank, since I was a kid. So that'll be a trip for later down the line. But yeah, palm trees and the beach, bro. That's it. This is home.
Living in your car.
Living in my car. It's not going too good, Matt.
You're like the You're reminding me of Chris Farley right now.
Why is that?
Are you by a river right now?
I'm right near the Intercoastal.
Oh my God! Classic Nadeem. Holy shit, man! What else is new, man? What else is new down there in the scene?
The comedy scene, man, it's growing pretty big down here. A lot of good shows getting produced. A lot of new guys that are developing really well down here. We got some strong comics, guys that I've only seen for like a year or so, maybe a year and a half, that they're already kicking ass. Just some guys that are just naturals. You're gonna see them down the line. So we got a strong team down here, man. A lot of killers. A lot of guys you want to probably get on your interview. We got Brian Scott's one of them, Matt Ross, Charlie Esterulo. I know that I'm going to forget a handful of guys, so that's why I try not to mention, because it's the 20 guys that you mention, and it's the one guy that you leave out. It's like, you never said my name, you son of a bitch.
You didn't say my name, I'm Matt Heath.
Yeah.
Yes. I for some reason when you're talking about the new guys, how's that kid doing? The real skinny kid. I forget his name. But
Victor Petrov?
Yes. How's he doing?
I haven't seen him in a while. I heard he's doing good,
He doesn't
got
do
a
comedy
girlfriend,
anymore,
but
you don't think?
What's that?
He doesn't do comedy anymore, you don't think?
I haven't seen him in a long time.
One time I remember specifically down that way. I remember after I lost my job teaching, you and Hennessy both asked me to come out to like breakfast with you, just to stop me and shit, make sure I was doing all right, and I really appreciated that.
Yeah, man, I remember. We gotta look out for our boys, Our
How's
team.
how's Hennessy doing, by the way? You seen him lately?
I haven't seen him in a while either. I think we had messaged early on during the pandemic, and I haven't heard from him. I see him on on Facebook. His posts and stuff. Seems like he's doing well. I think he's gonna be ready to get back out soon enough, but I haven't seen him too much.
You
Hold on.
lost your video, man. Where's your video?
I know. I'm coming back.
Oh. Okay, there you are.
I got calls coming in, so that's
Lose
It's
the
always happening.
sunglasses, man. It's like you're Joaquin Phoenix or something.
all right, just for you.
All right. So, let's get down to brass tacks. What was the thing with Al Bundy? We always used to quote.
Damn, what was it? I don't remember. There's so many things with you. Just the board with a nail in
I
it.
remember. It's man's world.
It's what was it?
It's a man's world.
That's what it was.
Oh man. Talking to you is making me want to drink. I don't know why I chose to talk to you.
I think it's my face. It just makes people want to drink. That might be it. It's not you, Matt. It's me.
What have you been doing for work in the real world lately, as opposed to just comedy?
Well, I had my business for a long time, the auto detailing and the pressure cleaning
Still into that? Nice.
and the maintenance company. I stopped doing that. I gave it to my my younger brother, and I took a contract for consulting for a construction company down in Fort Lauderdale. So I've been doing that for a couple of buddies I grew up with. So it's been good.
Now, has the auto detailing business, I've been wondering, has the pandemic hurt that business at all, or are more people getting their cars clean? I feel like it's even though like people are supposed to be more cleanly like during the pandemic, like it's like getting your car cleaned is still like the last thing you're thinking about cleaning.
Yeah, well, it got slow for like a month, and then all of a sudden it turned into like, can you sanitize my car?
Yeah.
You know, which is what I do anyways. So it picked up really good. So everybody wanted everything clean. So business went up.
Now, are there some people? Do you think there's some people that are like neurotic about somebody getting into their car to clean it though?
Yeah, there's people like that, but those are those ones that they could do it themselves, or I didn't deal with them. I dealt with the people that just were like, they know me already. They're like, just clean it, knock it out, do what you do. And I was getting a lot of weeklies just every week, repeat customers. So it was good. But the people that are that wear their mask in their car while they're driving, I don't deal with those people. If you're that,
wear the mask in the car while they're driving.
Yeah.
Those people are. I always think like, what the hell is wrong with these people? They just don't understand fucking science. They don't understand that the reason to wear the mask is so you don't give anyone else the virus, right? Isn't that correct?
Yeah, it's supposed to be. They're protecting themselves from the AC vents. I don't know. These people, they're losing their mind. I don't know what's happening. They're not the kind of people I want to hang out with.
The people that wear the mask in the car, though, are the people that never clean their cars, though, too, probably.
Exactly. Yeah, just a bunch of animals driving around with masks on. Yelling at people with no masks in their detailed cars.
Don't you talk to me that. Oh my God. Who was your hero growing up?
In stand-up?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a tough one. Growing up, so I'll tell you what I did when I watched growing up in the house as a kid. My dad was always watching. He's a big Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy fan.
Right.
I watched a lot of Red Fox, his show, and then I would watch in Living Color a lot. So watching those sketches, and Tommy Davidson, Jim Carrey, that whole crew, Jamie Foxx. I just thought it was the funniest thing as a kid, and
Right.
I didn't do stand up until I was 32 years old, but I'd watch Comic View in the 90s. A lot of those guys started to suck in the 2000s, but in the 90s, Cedric the Entertainer, D.L. Hewley, what the fuck's the other guy's name? Don D.C. Curry. So just that, there's a lot of different influence. But Bill Burr is probably one of my favorite comics all time.
Bill Burr?
Yeah.
He's great. You must have been psyched when he finally got to host SNL just recently.
Yeah, that was great. I was happy for him.
I really realized that Lorne Michaels is really Dr. Evil. He is an insane genius. Like an evil genius, because a week before Bill Burr hosted SNL, I was reading a Q&A Lorne Michaels did in a newspaper.
Uh-huh.
And the Q&A, what he started talking about in the Q&A was, because culture is so politically correct now, we can't have certain things on Saturday. Some things would never work today on Saturday Night Live. He said, John Belushi could never do the samurai delicatessen like that. Anything that's like racially like sensitive, like it's like a white person. Basically, any white person can't play another race. Like Gilda Radner couldn't do Rosanna Dana. Like there's all these. He just listed like every classic SNL character and said how it would not work. And then the genius to Lorne Michaels is he goes and says that in an interview and then goes and books the least politically correct comedian, which is Bill Burr. So there's got to be some kind of method to that madness. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, he's no dummy. So that's good though. I thought it was great because we need to tear those walls down, man. Everyone's trying to monitor what everyone can say. I just if you don't like it, just turn the fucking TV off. All right, just.
That one sketch especially where that sketch where he played the gangster.
Yeah, the old mob guy that was locked up for 20 years. That was good.
Nicky the Nose. I love
Nicky the Nose.
It just don't feel so good. Yeah. So Bill Burr, one of your favorites.
Yep.
Did you like that special Paper Tiger he came out with not too long ago?
I'd only seen bits and pieces of it. I didn't watch the whole thing, but from what I saw, I liked it a lot. It's hard for me to watch specials now. I don't know. I can't really sit there and watch it, man. If I see somebody live, like it's different. But like for me to sit down and be glued to the TV and watch it, I don't know. Ever since I started doing stand up, it's hard for me to sit there and watch it. I don't know why that is, but.
It's because you're living in your car, man. You gotta watch.
I don't have a TV in here, Matt. I'm on the TV right now.
You're like, I can't even sit here and pay attention to you, for God's sake. And I'm the one being interviewed.
Yeah.
Oh! What kind
wild
of
man
do you have after this? You say you got a meeting after this.
Yeah, I got a couple things going on. I got a company I started with a few buddies. We're gonna launch probably before the end of the year. It's comedy related, so it'll be good for everybody, local and nationwide. So I'll give you more details on it as soon as I launch it.
You can't indulge any of the information on this?
What's that?
You can't indulge any of the information on this?
It's a comedy online magazine, pretty much is what's going to be.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Talk to me after this. And were you into like Mad Magazine or National Lampoon's magazine as a kid?
Not too much. I would check out Mad Magazine every now and then, but
You know they just
that was
stopped publishing Mad Magazine.
yeah, I saw that.
Crazy, right?
Yeah. World's changing.
Well, no, I think it's brilliant that you want to start doing something with like an online magazine because I look at like my heroes, like all started in National Lampoon's magazine, basically. Like
Yep.
if you look at like Chevy Chase, you look at the lineage of that. The vacation movies all started as a short story from National Lampoon's magazine,
Yep.
all based on that. Um,
Classics.
if you look at some of the writers from The Simpsons, Family Guy, Saturday Night Live, all those people started with that magazine.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe you could be the one to start this online magazine. It could be the jumping off point for other people's careers. You never know.
That's the goal.
You have a title in mind for it?
Yeah, we have a name for it.
Top secret?
It's top secret for now.
Okay, all right. I won't.
I'll tell you once
Let's just get into the
once we get
deeper
off.
questions of the 1000 Comics podcast, huh? Have you
Go
ever
ahead.
have you ever killed a man?
This thing on?
Where did you hide the body, Nadine?
You're breaking up, Maddie.
There's a guy in your trunk right now. You believe
Shut
in,
up back there.
you a religious man, Nadine? You say you believe in God at all?
There we go. I believe in God or something. I believe that there's something else out there. That's whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, I'm definitely more spiritual, but I definitely believe that there's more out there.
Yeah.
Whether it's a God or whatnot, whatever you want to call it. There's a bigger energy.
Yeah. What force? This force. The force that drives us to do things.
The force that drives us to do things.
That wasn't even a question. I was just riffing a little bit.
Yeah, I was wondering what's going on. What's in that mug? Are you sure you got the 2 30-day chips?
You know what's funny? It's like when I'm talking to you, like I don't even need any mind-altering stuff to get going on something. You just have that type of personality where, I feel like when we're hanging out, it's immediately like Steve Martin and John Candy, you know.
It's a beautiful thing.
And planes, trains, and automobiles. Like you are a great straight man, while I could just go off and be the crazy guy.
You are the crazy guy. It works well. I do have some mushrooms though. I take some mushroom supplements in my car.
What the hell are those things?
This is do you know who Paul Stamets is?
No.
He's a world famous mycologist, studies mushrooms and stuff. But it's his. I'm plugging his product for some reason, even though he's a multi-millionaire, doesn't even know who the fuck I am. You can get this at hostdefense.com. It's really a comprehensive immune support.
But really, they're like, so what? You're like, are you micro dosing on mushrooms? Like, or are those just
Can't
like
get out of my truck. This is it's all just healthy stuff. It's not the fun kind. Those are good too, though.
Nice.
So that's pretty much it, man. Just life's been good. Life's been good, Matt. I'm glad to see you're doing well. You got engaged. Now you're not engaged, but you're still talking to the ex. She's helping you do shows. All it seems like a lot of good stuff for you. You're out there drinking coffee, just splitting wood in Connecticut, you know, living the man's life. I'm here hiding in my truck because I'm so scared of the goddamn virus. Nobody wears a mask down here.
You keep looking out your window like something's gonna happen.
They're watching me, man. I produced too many shows. They're after me.
I have to go do this public broadcast in private.
That's it.
I can't let them find me.
Yeah, it's a better setup in here. I got something that actually holds the phone up. I had a bad experience on an online mic, so it's ever since then I have to make sure the phone's set right.
What kind of experience can you have in your place that makes it so?
There's a lot going on in my life.
You have to do it in your car.
No, it was one of those virtual mics, and I was on. It was like 8 comics, and it was a bunch of chicks from LA, and then me and Dan Long. So like I didn't have anything to like hold my phone, so I had this like tall skinny shelf that I just put up and positioned my phone, and my phone kept falling flat.
Right.
So I had my candle that was in the living room, and I put it on top of the shelf and was using that to hold my phone up. So they got me like I don't know, it was being live streamed. There's people on there, so they're introducing like the first girl, and all these girls had like big credits. They're like, she's been on Pretty Little Liars. She shot an HBO special. So I'm waiting for them to be like, he's lost every contest. He was in an unpaid nationwide Burger King commercial. So all that's going through my mind, and I'm trying to adjust my phone, and I knock the fucking shelf over. And the phone falls over, then the candle falls, and there's like wax and flames in my living room, and I'm cussing. I'm like, what the fuck, Jesus Christ? And I'm live, and they can hear me. And I can just hear the girl going, we have to mute him. We have to mute him. Yeah. So that was uncomfortable. And then I had to go up 10 minutes after that. So it was just, I'm holding my phone all disheveled, trying to stomp shit out. So I didn't like it. So
sounds like you should probably invest in a computer.
Yeah. I don't need one. Maybe one day.
After an experience like that, you're still like, I don't need one. I'll just do podcasts in my car from now on.
That's it. This is gonna be I'm gonna start a podcast called In My Truck. I'll be interviewing you soon, buddy.
Oh my God, man.
All right. Any big ones? How you gonna close it out here? I gotta
join the lull in the conversation. We can't enjoy the lull now. You're one of the few people I can enjoy the lull with.
That's it. You got to embrace it.
Embrace the lull.
Take it in.
I mean, how many times were we sitting there drinking, just sitting in silence, getting wasted until one of us said the most insane fucking thing?
Sometimes, you just get sit there. There's a lot going on. When you had some drinks, you start just thinking about life all at once. Everything just 36 years, 37 years of shit just all at once. And then if you do what I do, you slowly start itemizing all the mistakes you've made in your life, and you snap out of it. You go, I have another shot, please. Don't judge me. That's just my experience. Funny? I don't know if you've had the same.
You know what's funny? You just made me realize after one night I did get really drunk. I actually still feel bad about this, but I gave my dad the poster for that show we did at Tavola.
Oh yes.
It was Dougie Almeida headlined it.
Yeah.
It was because I still remember who was on the show just because my dad has the poster in his garage, and every time I look at it, I think of that night, and it was Rachel Blavatnik, John was
John
on it.
Hine. Yeah, I think maybe I don't know if Eric Rosenblum was on that one or not, but
And it was like right after I got laid off. It was like the next day, I think. And
you were going through some stuff.
I got completely blotto that night, but I was really entertaining the bartender though, because I kept pointing at the poster and going, because I was like dressed real nice on you used my school photo, like the photos they take for like the yearbook and shit.
Yeah.
For school, like I was wearing like a pink tie, like looking real professional in the photo, and I kept pointing at the poster and going, I used to be that guy.
Jesus.
I used to be that guy. And the bartender thought I was fucking hilarious, and he kept giving me free drinks. He just kept feeding me whiskey, and at some point you're like, who gave him whiskey?
Yeah, it was an interesting night.
But then the bartender that was giving me free drinks, I think, got into a fight with the owner.
Yeah, he got let go that night.
Oh my god, that was a real shit show.
It happens. Comedy.
You want to reminisce about any other shit shows before we get off?
No, I don't think there's not one in particular that comes to mind.
Come on. Have you seen Larry? What? I can't, for some reason, Larry's last name escapes me.
Larry who? I don't know Larry done.
Teacher.
Oh, Agar.
Yeah. How's he been?
I've seen him a handful of times during the whole thing. Yeah, he's doing good. He had like a neck surgery, so he was out for a little while.
Really?
Yeah, but he's doing good, man. Larry's always good. So, yeah, once things start, things have opened up a lot more down here, but we'll see what happens come the new year, if they're going to lock things back down or not. But yeah, a lot of the same guys are still around. So
that's good.
You got to make it down this way, get your hazmat suit and come down here and, or wait till the vaccine comes out in fucking 2070, and then you can make your way down here.
I'll come down regardless. I mean, I got to come back down at some point just to, it's weird because the Funky Buddha Lounge may be closed, but the character lives on.
It'll always live on. That's a great place. It'll always live on.
Is there anything you want to promote or plug before we get off?
Just the show I got coming up December 8th with the Departed Comedy Tour at the Palm Beach Improv. You can get tickets on Eventbrite or at the Palm Beach Improv's website. So check that out. I'll be on the show. David Sadek is going to be there, and the legend Jimmy Schubert's going to be on. So that's pretty much it. Thank you, buddy.
Nadeem, thank you so much for finally doing the show here. I think I was just too overcome with emotion to do a traditional interview.
Bro, you're great. I miss you, and I'm glad things are going well, and I hope to catch up with you soon, brother. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Peace.